15th of August, 2017. First of all, I want to thank my subscribers, the few that I have, for sticking by me. But another thing, I want to thank the people on Instagram that clicked my link and came to see my videos. I can see the traffic, and thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying it. I want to get into how the leftists and the news media are pushing this neo-Nazi murder and scum as some kind of white nationalist. First of all, there's no such thing as a white nationalist, or a black nationalist, or an Hispanic nationalist, or a Jewish nationalist, or an Arab nationalist, or a male or female nationalist, etc., etc. It's only a nationalist. You either love and support your country, or you don't. It doesn't matter what group you're from. If you love and support your country, you're just a nationalist. And to be an American nationalist, you support the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, you enjoy your liberty, and you leave people to enjoy their liberty. That's what being an American nationalist is all about. It's not white, it's not this, it's not that. It's an American nationalist. And yes, Spanish or Spanish nationalists. I would imagine Mexican people are Mexican nationalists. We're one of the few countries that are not monolithic about being a nationalist. The Nazis are socialists. Neo-Nazis are National Socialists. They're leftists. Has nothing to do with Donald Trump and the white people that were supporting America. Nothing. The only difference between like La Raza and the ADL and the NAACP and ISIS even is the leftists at the top are not publicly sanctioning them. They may be in private funding them so they can go out and commit these false flags, in a sense, to push racial division and race war. That's the main objective of these neo-Nazis. They have nothing to do with the conservative movement, the libertarian movement, Donald Trump's presidency, and the people who voted for him. Nothing. They are a leftist group. Let me repeat that again. National Socialists is the neo-Nazis. They are leftists. I don't know how to make it more plain. So, you can just get off that bullshit horse right now. The only reason that they're out there, like I said, is to cause division. This is not the division we need. Racial divisions are ridiculous. There was an episode of Star Trek in the 60s, the original Star Trek. I remember these two guys were on the USS Enterprise, and they were fighting because they were different. They couldn't get along. And how were they different? One guy was black on the left side of his face and white on the right. The other guy was black on the right, white on the left. They hated each other. Which is pretty much a pretty good example of how ridiculous this racism shit is. There's racism pushed where there's no racism. You're crying wolf. Sure, is there racist people? Absolutely there's racist people. Let them wallow in their own misery. I meet racist people all the time that look at me and, white boy cracker, whatever. You know? Sometimes I go in a store, there's Arabs or Indians or something. They look at me, they don't like me. They look down at their nose on me. They come to my country but look down their nose at me. Fine. You know, there's another store I can shop at. My money's no good with you, I'll go somewhere else. That's the way it has to be. You find racism, up theirs, go somewhere else. Don't let it be a dividing factor for us. The reason why the leftists want racial division is to consolidate power. If they break us up, they can usurp our wealth and liberty in small groups much easier than if we were one uniform group, because we'd be powerful. Blacks, whites, Hispanics, Arabs, Asians, Jewish. It wouldn't, just to have one big monolith group saying, you can't have this. We believe in Constitution, Bill of Rights, and liberty, and leave our wealth alone. There's nothing they'd be able to do about it. That's how we have to start thinking. Band together, fight the thieves, the leftist scum that are robbing this country fucking blind, destroying our wealth, destroying our liberty, making us hated throughout the world. Donald Trump wants to change these things so we can live prosperous lives. I'm willing to trust the man. Because right now, without help from anybody, he's done some pretty good things. The news likes to sit there and tell you he's done nothing. But the stock market's been up. You got a 401k. Take a look at it. Unemployment's down. Consumer confidence is up. And they said these are 16-year highs. So you can't sit there and say, oh, this is because of Obama. Yeah, this is talking about even before Obama was even president, these things are that high. So, that's all I want to get into is don't let the racism fool you. It's being used as a wedge, a hammer to break us apart. Don't let it be that hammer to break us apart. And we can defeat anything. There isn't a force on this planet that we can't defeat united. All right. Absorb that for a while, and you guys have a good night. Thank you. You know what? And another thing while I'm thinking about it, how about we stop this shit with trying to dig up dirt on Donald Trump and his campaign workers and anybody that's around him? It went from going to look at Russia to looking at paperwork. You raided Paul Manafort's home for looking for documents that never existed. How about we take the fucking people that we knew were fucking criminals before Donald Trump was elected, like the fucking Clintons? How come they aren't in the orange jumpsuits waiting for their fucking trial for murder, stealing from the fucking Haitians? They've committed more goddamn crimes than the next fucking 5 gangsters put together. Talk about, they're like the mafia on fucking steroids, but yet they're still walking the fucking streets. I'd like to see some of that prosecution go down. Stop chasing boogeymen that don't exist. We elected fucking Donald Trump, leave him the fuck alone so he can govern. And that goes the same for you, you fucking Republican elitist scum that don't want to support him. Get on the fucking bandwagon or get the fuck out of the way.
Retaking liberty, motherfucker!